この俺が人間なんだ。
Alright, so in this one, we're going to be going over my assumption, a lot of people's predictions of actually what is coming as the next LF/next LFs. I've been saying it for about a few weeks here of LF Bardock, and now people are starting to agree because, well, some silly stuff in game, which I think sometimes has correlation, a lot of times doesn't, if you kind of look at it in terms of timeline. Let's say we got a Zenkai, and then the next LF didn't pertain to it at all. Kind of like we got Evolution Blue, and I believe before him there was a Zenkai that didn't pertain to Evolution Blue at all. Maybe it was Super Vegeta, but even then it's just, you know, a little bit pertaining to. It's not even that crazy, it's just a Zenkai buff. But then after we got a Zenkai of Kaba, that pertained to him more, right? So it could be predictions of what's coming, it could be red herrings, meaning, you know, they're going to throw us this, and then it's going to be something out of thin air. So they threw us a Super Vegeta. Okay, Lord Slug comes next. Like, it just makes no sense, right? I do feel like we are in a spot where it's either one or the other, which, no shit, Sherlock, right? But my idea is this Broly would make sense because the family Kamehameha trio just all got their Zenkais, with obviously the Goku getting it. Yes, if you guys are having, what the hell is the word? Deja vu of this little prediction. Well, it's because everyone thought LF Broly was coming, a Z Broly was coming from this moment, or at least a different moment in Z, where he's in 3 fucking movies, he has a lot of opportunities, right? Everyone thought this guy was going to come the next banner, because we got Goten Zenkai, we got Gohan Zenkai. People were thought, okay, Goku Zenkai next week, boom, LF Broly coming, and it would make sense, right? It was kind of around their time of their, you know, celebration after being out for a little bit of time. I believe it was 1 year later or 2 years later of them coming out, then they got their Zenkai. So it did make kind of sense, but no, it didn't happen, right? We got something out of the blue, I'm assuming, because we got nothing even really pertaining to any of that. I think that was what? That was near Goku Day, I assume, and that was May, and May, what the hell yeah, we got nothing pertaining to, like, a Broly, a movie, or some shit like that, because, you know, we had an anniversary in July, so we got probably, I don't know, like Kid Buu or some shit. We got something just not pertaining. Whoever was before Super Saiyan for Goku, we got for that monthly LF, and it did not pertain anything to these guys. So again, sometimes it's a red herring, sometimes it's meant to make you think this, and then boom, slap something else there. Now, why Broly? Well, again, we do have the family Kamehameha trio, and I just want to go over what I'd want in this unit if it does come, and then another unit, which, again, I think I've been saying for a little bit of time here, Bardock, a revival, Bardock to be specific, but we'll touch on that after Broly, right? So Broly, what would I want? Now, Broly, if it's this Broly, right, the Broly from the family Kamehameha fight, where he's doing the extra little blast to, like, fuck with them, be like, haha, you have to go full power now, try to beat my ass, and then they beat his ass, right? He should be someone that is always neutral. And let me just say, I'm saying that because I want them to be red. Bardock or Broly, whoever this is, whoever is coming next week, because we are getting an LF next week, I want them to be red. So, always neutral. Yes, I know that's cataclysmic, that's down horrendous, but red is definitely the worst color in the game. Red needs someone that was FSK level on release, that was Croton Zamasu level, that was Bojack level, that was, you know, whoever else that was a great red on release. Not Pycon level on release, but a good, great, broken red on release. And they need that. Obviously, Broly would do more to hybrids, he would do more to Saiyans. Yes, being anti-meta is not the greatest thing for you, but if he gets, let's say, extra damage to Saiyan and Goku, well, Saiyan and Goku is about 90% of the time meta, so that works out. I know, again, anti-meta is not the greatest, but if you're anti-meta against the main protagonist, I mean, you kind of have a pass there, because, well, it's the main protagonist, he's going to keep coming and coming and coming and coming and coming and coming, MUI coming for Anniversary, most likely, you know, this Broly, if he does come, can fuck him up, right? It's a similar aspect to 8 Vegeta, where he has good anti-stuff, because he's anti-blue. Okay, well, no shit, he's already going to face off against blues, that's good. He has anti-Sun Family, he has anti-Goku, those are all good. Same thing, Majin Vegeta even, because again, it is the main character, right? Like if you're up against that, it's good, but if you're up against, like, just generic amounts of damage, and then your extras to hybrids instead of Saiyans, so you're in a struggle spot because hybrids, while they are popular, Goku's more popular, Saiyan's more popular. Who do you like more, Goku or Gohan? Most people like Goku more, at least overall Goku. Goku or Vegeta or Gohan. People like the Saiyans more, at least how that usually works. Another reason why Broly would come, by the way, Broly is hot shit. Like, that's a compliment, by the way, in Japan. People love Broly in Japan. I personally don't know why. I think it's because the Western version of the movies kind of dumbed him down, at least with the lines they gave him, how the backstory kind of worked out. In Japanese, his backstory actually does, you know, equivalent to why he's, like, such an ass and why he's, like, so ruthless and harsh and cruel and all that. It does, like, equate to it. So I understand in an aspect why they like it. It's just the storytelling of Broly in the movies is so dumbed down to, like, hutta damage, hutta, like, oh, I'm a fucking dumbass. Like, it's annoying how stupid they make it, just for the audience to, like, big muscle, yeah, haha, like, yeah, big muscle, right? It's silly, but I do understand why they do like him over there. I believe there is Kid Goku's what they like over there as well, which is pretty smart, Kid Goku. But Z Broly, again, neutral, anti-unit, and overall getting damage inflicted, maybe up to like 120% on entry. He's getting the antis, and that makes him have like 180% on his like peak entry, and then he just goes, man. Similar to Green Broly, I would like the aspect of where he just gets card draw speed per strike arts he does. I do feel like Broly is someone that just kind of rampages through everything, so why not give him an ability where he can just fucking rampage through? Like, I start a combo with this guy, well, I'm killing 2 units. I'm killing 1 unit. Like, I'm doing some shit that's fucking you up. Speaking of killing 2 units, I would like his ultimate and blue card to be both AoEs, because look at the fucking blast. He throws like a pebble, and it turns into like a fucking category 97 earthquake. Like, I don't even know how he does it. He just throws like, and then it, like it's a fucking ball of lightning up his ass. Like, I don't even know how he does it, but he does. It should always be AoE damage on that. I believe, no Broly right now is AoE damage on their blues. Is Green Broly AoE damage? This is the same Broly, right? Because he does the same attack. I don't believe he's AoE damage. He fucking should be, right? Again, look at the fucking... Just look at the GIF. Like, look at it. Look how big it is. Just fucking huge. And it's, you know, launching back at 3 people doing a blast against them. I mean, that's pretty fucking big, right? But, besides that, I would say keep his barrier situation. Maybe even... Maybe restrict his barrier to, like... I don't know. It does more, early game than it does late game, because I feel like he doesn't really use it as, you know, justly in a later fight than an early fight. You know, he kind of uses it here at the end of the fight against Family Kamehameha, you know, Goku, Gohan, Goten, but it obviously fails. But I'm pretty sure he's done it before and it works out, so maybe make that more early game than late game. And I'm, you know, deciphering it this way is because Legends actually is very accurate to the characters they do. You know, Bootanks, for example, I don't know why I thought of him, but he's pretty fucking strong early on. Then Bootanks obviously gets weaker and weaker and weaker. Either they could have made him a deforming Bootanks, or they just make him, okay, he gets weaker over time. Obviously Bootanks with, you know, Gotenks running out will get weaker over time. Anime accurate type of thing in that situation, right? Obviously Majin Vegeta doing more to Goku's, well, his whole goal was to fight Goku, right? So they have a lot of aspects to actually make the canonical essence of the characters actually makes sense in game, right? It makes sense to far extents for most units, right? And then just to touch on Mr. Bardock. Now, Bardock is someone I'd prefer more. Why Bardock might be coming, you might ask? A silly reason. Personally, I just want Bardock to come. I do feel like Bardock is deserving of an LF. I think Bardock's more deserving of an LF than future Gohan, than honestly, Rose getting an LF, I get it. I just don't feel like that specific scenario from Rose is LF worthy. And maybe even... I can argue Goten's LF should not be for Goten. It should have been like Gohan or something. Like, somebody else should have been that LF. But, you know, there's only a few that I feel like shouldn't be LFs, and it's just those few, right? But Bardock, look, I understand Bardock just dies to Frieza, but obviously in the... I believe it's a TV special, I believe. Yeah, TV special against Chilled, like, look at this. Look at this. come on. This is exactly the moment I've been spreading around just everywhere. A base to revival Super Saiyan Bardock. So obviously he starts off a base, he revives into Super Saiyan Bardock, and then let's say his ultimates, people are wondering what it would be. It would be like the fighters combo he does, or like the end combo he does against Chilled, where he's just literally like fucking throwing him like this, like a fucking animal, and then just throws a fucking blast, and then beats his ass just pretty fucking handedly. Bardock does get fucked up early fight from Chilled, and I do think, again, canonically, he would be a great unit to be. Okay, he's pretty mediocre in base, honestly. He's pretty mediocre, he's base, he's red. Maybe he does more to powerful opponents, I guess, because I'm not going to make him do more to fucking LOE, and Shield's not a movie, so maybe he does more to powerful opponents. I know it's not the greatest thing for him, but you could have that aspect for him, where he does more against powerful opponent, and then it keeps that when he revives, maybe he gets... Honestly, I'd say like 100% health back on revival. Yeah, and I would say a revival now is because we fucking need revivals. We have more anti-revivals than revivals. Like, we need to, like, spread the difference, give us fucking revivals. We need revivals to be meta because, well, that's a whole mechanic that's being wasted because they antied it so much, right? Revival Gohan is the only one that's actually worth using, and, well, we need something different. We need something that actually can work and be good in the game that is the same fucking mechanic as Gohan, right? It doesn't need to be as good as Gohan. It, should be better, honestly, because, Bardock is pretty cool. He is Goku with a scar, for sure, but it needs to be close, right? This Bardock obviously would be on Super Saiyans. On his post-revival, you can obviously run him there pre, but, you're not going to get the buffs similar to Gohan, where it's you run him on pre, he gets the buffs, post, he doesn't get the buffs of Super Saiyan Bardock. But, if I were to think of, like, kit-wise, I would say each attack he lowers his card cost or something, because you see how nonchalant he kind of starts fucking them up when he's in his Super Saiyan form. Like, he just really fucks up everybody. Chilled, the soldiers, everyone. He just kills them very quickly. And I do feel like that nonchalantness offers, like, okay, lower card costs. I don't really have to try as much. I know if I supposed to cover change. Like, he'll just basically do it all. Kind of like Red Last Man Standing Bardock, where he just kind of can do it all. Or at least he could have done it all when his first arrival. This similar situation here for Bardock. And maybe give him, like, something cool. Like, a little, like, ha! Like, here's a... What's the word for it? Like a little... I don't know what the word is. Fuck. Where you give, like... Oh, fuck, I can't think of the word. You know when, like... A cameo! There you go. Not a cameo, but, like, similar to that. Like, this last unique, maybe an extra % you gain if you have a Super Saiyan Goku with you to, like, give an homage to the summon animation, right? Like, if you have a Super Saiyan Goku with your Revival Bardock, you get 40% damage inflicted, like, uncancelable. I don't know, give some cool shit like that, right? Because that is an animation in-game, and they can't do that for us, right? Overall, though, Bardock would be a nice-looking LF. I think he would be someone that's deserving of an LF. Again, kit-wise, just make his dumbass go neutral on his second main, make him have an ultimate that can just nuke the shit out of somebody, go through, like, comp penetration as he pops the main ability, like 50% comp penetration for like 20 timer counts. Again, it has to be a red unit. It needs to be a broken red unit. It doesn't have to be a Saiyan particularly. These are just the two that seem like they're actually coming. So, if it were anybody else, sure, make it fucking a red Lord Slug, make it a red Dr. Relo. Just give us reds, please. Like, we are down fucking horrendous. You just gave us another yellow. Like, yellow's good. We got Deadku, Birdku, Puddlehan, Evolution Blue, Majub, like that's 5. We good. Like, we're done. We don't need that. Blue, we have one unit that's really 10 units, Ultra Gogeta. We have sort of Copium. Maybe Blue's a little bit lacking, but we still have 2 powerhouses right there. And then, Purple, don't even talk about Purple, it's ridiculous. Green, maybe it needs a little bit of help. It has a little bit of a top-heavy centric meta going on with it, with Gogeta 4. And maybe Fat Boo, I guess you could consider, like, a top-tier green, and Zamasu Black, but, like, it's very top-centric. It's literally just Gogeta 4 for the most part. And then Red. Red doesn't have a top-centric. No, it has a no-centric. They need help. They need a new LF. New LFs have been good since, on release, since, I would say, Full Power Frieza, Revival Gohan, all that era. Custom Red Zamasu was definitely good on release, but as good as them, I don't think, Full Power Frieza was as good as Evolution Blue, and I don't think Revhan was as bad as Gogeta 4, right? So, like, they really learned how to do it correctly within this last year 2021. So hopefully this first new LF that comes out in 2022 is something for the books, right? I hope it is Bardock or Broly. We do need more representation of these characters, I feel like, in game. We do have a lot of Brolys, but Broly needs, like, an elf. Like, we should not have gotten a Super Broly LF before a Z Broly. That's just not it. Like, I don't even like Broly, and I figure that, because, like, the popularity of Z Broly is unbound compared to the popularity of Super Broly. And Bardock, like, maybe people dislike Bardock. I just like the aspect of this motherfucker just somehow did it. I don't know how he did it. You know, maybe it's just a fan service type of shit, but he just fucking did it somehow when he went Super Saiyan. So I just like him because of that. Simple as that. But let me know what you guys think. What is coming? What LF would be coming next week? And what LFs do you actually think will return on the banner with the supposed LF Broly or LF Bardock? And I'll see you guys in the next one.